Hey everyone, welcome to the very first the Liverpool Girlies podcast. We are officially going to be starting our podcast in August, but we wanted to do a little bit of a recap of this amazing season 24-25. So today we're just going to be recapping some of our favorite moments and going through some superlatives. So let's start with the match versus Tottenham to win the league. Where were you guys? What's going on? What were your reactions? This is what, how many weeks ago? 3 weeks ago at this point?
Yeah.
4 weeks ago?
Feels like
Dang.
6 months ago in the best way.
I know,
I also
major
feel like
field
I went
day.
to Dubai on a vacation.
I
It's
know.
been
I keep
celebrating in
joking.
Ibiza.
Yeah, I keep joking it's major field day energy where you finished all your finals, but you still have class for another 2 weeks, and it's just, fun energy. So, yeah, crazy. I
Amazing.
was watching it from our local club or Liverpool club up here in Washington, in Seattle. So, it's a fun time, packed house, and standing room only. It was so electric. Where were y'all?
We actually got to be together, which was really exciting. I didn't think
Yeah.
I was gonna get to watch the game at all because I was gonna be working, but I begged and begged and they let me go. So we were in Orlando.
Yeah. Packed house too, but it was so much fun. Worth the heat and sweat. It was like Orlando outside was inside the building weather-wise, but very much worth it. Exciting, stood for hours upon hours, but literally would have done anything to win the league that day, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I was so grateful for that game being against Tottenham, and like everyone in the Premier League knew that Liverpool, there was no chance that Tottenham was going to
Oh,
beat us. So
yeah.
just like I had never felt so confident going into a match all season. And I was like, literally, what happens if we end up losing this match? Like, what is going to happen? And then Tottenham got the first goal, and I was like, oh no, oh no. But no, it was so much fun. And then, of course, we had to go to Disney to celebrate winning the Premier League. So,
As you do
So
in
fun.
Orlando.
no,
Yes.
as you do. Like, hi, I just won the Premier League. What are you going to do next? I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom. That is how you
Of
celebrate.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, you always know when we're playing Tottenham, it's going to be an exciting match. So it was a good bookend, and yeah, just so
Our
much
Tottenham
fun.
matches,
Yeah.
since we've become fans, have always had something drama, like something
Yeah.
very memorable happening. And
Yeah.
so I don't dislike them as much as I did from when we first started watching them, but now it's just like you just know it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. Now it's
You
like,
do.
oh, thanks, Tottenham. You helped us with one. Like we have good
Yeah.
memories together. Maybe not for y'all,
Yes.
but for us. So
Yeah, over time, slowly I've been like, oh, maybe it's okay. Like maybe this is gonna work out.
I just love Son. He's so great. He deserved
yeah.
that win the other day. I'm
Yeah.
so grateful that
Yeah.
they won
Yeah.
and beat Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was
Always.
really fun to clinch the title in a match that felt exciting and wasn't, a
Yeah.
0-0 at 60 minute. Okay, how is this gonna, since we knew we just needed to draw
Yeah.
to win. It was
And to
nice
be
to be
at
exciting.
home. Like I'm
Yes,
so
huge.
glad that it wasn't because of an
Yeah.
Arsenal loss. Like,
Yeah.
we got to win it and
Yes.
like did so in style. So,
Yeah. And we'll get to lift the
And
trophy
it
at
makes
Anfield.
me,
So
yeah.
yeah.
And it makes me really grateful that we drew to Everton in December.
Right?
mhm.
Was it
We
December?
never,
January?
yeah, never thought I would say that ever, ever. So, and
Crazy.
the following week losing to Chelsea, I was like, so what? Like,
Yeah.
literally could never cared less
I'm
about
just
losing.
having flashes of the photos of the guys in Ibiza. Like,
Yeah. I was like, whatever. You go, Chelsea, get your win.
yeah. Yeah. I know. So
Okay.
good.
So, superlatives. Molly-Ann, what would you say is the match of the season?
Okay, so I'm always gotta do a Darwin Nunez plug, which is
Yes.
where my match begins. However, I think it's warranted. I have some supporting facts other than just Darwin Nunez as to why this is my match of the season. So I picked the Liverpool versus Brentford match
hmm
that took place in January.
Yeah.
Nunez scored a brace last minute.
hmm
But I really feel like without that win and like Nunez's energy getting those goals, I think it would have been really easy to go into the next few games complacent. And because like we didn't start the beginning of 2025 super strong. And so having kind of like, are we gonna do it? That moment like really helped. And then it also that weekend Arsenal drew. And so like our points, I feel like that's when our points really started to separate and like we had some good momentum again. So for me, that was match other than Tottenham, obviously. That was the match of the season. So shout out to Darwin Nunez as always. But in the bigger picture, I think that win and like the energy of the win, I feel like if we had just won 2-0, but like scored in the first half and kind of just rode out the second half, again, it just wasn't the same. That like the momentum from that match, I think really just brought us into like the second half of the season and ultimately the Premier League win. So that's my match.
That game was drama for us because right before Darwin scored, the Wi-Fi went out in the pub.
It was everywhere because it was the same in Orlando.
Oh, that's right. That's what happened. Oh, man.
But it was a text message from you, Molly-Ann, that broke the news in our pub. I was looking at my phone and I just see a message that says, Darwin! And I said, I think Darwin scored! And the pub erupts.
I had started a video right as you texted that. And so like it hit start and then I just said, Darwin! And then anyway, it was really funny. So you broke the news to our pub from all the way across the country.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Annika, what about you?
On behalf of Darwin. I could do that.
Well, first I just want to say I think that I totally agree with that match. I feel like it was so defining to see, even when it was a really frustrating match, the attitude that they had till the very last minute and the determination. I feel like that was when I felt set apart and it's like, this is champion behavior of like how to show up and show out the whole time. So yeah, I also really love that match. Okay, mine is a little bit of a controversial selection. Okay. So bear with me, please. But my match of the season it's the Everton game at Goodison Park.
Okay, I like it.
That was, I mean, first off, it was a super memorable game. I was locked in for like every moment of that match. I couldn't tear myself away. And you know, I like a good adrenaline rush, but also there was just something that was so like poetic and representative of the love I have for like football, the sport, in an even bigger sense, especially considering that draw helped us win the Champions League at Anfield. Like seeing how that whole storyline played out and the rivalry between Liverpool and Everton, I don't know. I was in my feels like after that match for a while. And I think when I think back on the season, I will continue to remember that match really distinctly. Yeah, that was my favorite.
And you were even saying that in like the days after the match of like, oh my gosh, that was like so good. Having it be the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park.
Yes.
And then like for weeks, all the Everton players, they were like, yeah, that one time when we beat Liverpool 2-2. And I'm like, yeah, you can have that. That's you. Yes. I will let you have that.
I like some good rivalry and you know, similar to when we play Tottenham, you just know it's going to be dramatic when we play Everton, and I like that. Yeah, what about you, Steph?
For me, I'm going to say my most enjoyable watch for the whole season was the Tottenham match in December when we won 6-3. Like it was, I don't remember feeling stressed at all. I was exhausted that morning. I did not want to go to the pub. Annika dragged me out and we went and it was a really good time. And I got to pet a dog the whole time. That was really great. And we scored so early on. And it was just so much fun. I will say it didn't have a lot of meaning for the whole season, but I just definitely remember. And it was like just a few days before Christmas. So.
Yeah.
The festive fixtures this year.
So good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So good. All right. Annika, player of the season.
Okay. Player of the season, sorry to be basic, like Mo Salah. Like I don't know what else to say. Like
you can never go wrong with that choice.
Like, yeah. If it was possible for him to be underrated, he is. Like
fair.
He's just incredible.
For me, it's Virgil. Again, very basic. The way that he
leads, just getting to really center in on watching how much he directs the entire match and how much he leads and gets people locked in the moments that they really need to be locked in. You can just tell that everyone respects him. And I'll never forget the look that he gave Trent during the Man United game of like, excuse me, you're better than this, without saying a word. Like, that is burned into my brain forever. And he just does it in a really respectful way, in the way that he works well with the coach, and he's the best center back in the world, and just watching him work is just really awesome. Oh yeah.
I did go a little spicier of a take here. I didn't pick Darwin Nunez, don't worry. But I picked Konate because to me, I felt like every match he was the player that, like, one, I talked about the most. Two, whenever he was there, I mean, obviously with Virgil there, like, there's so much confidence in the defense in the backline. But I also felt like when Konate was there with Virgil, it was just like, I'm not worried about
the way
it.
those two work together.
Yeah, it was just insane. And so what I didn't realize, I kind of went back and looked at his starts from the time he started with Liverpool through this last year. And he had 38 starts this last season in all matches. So like Premier League, Champions League, everything. The year before was his most up until that point, and that was 29. And so just because I was trying to think back to last year of like, who is in that space in between Matip and Gomez, like we just didn't really see a lot of Konate. And he started 38 games. He was injured for 5 weeks, and he was the one that pushed when Gomez got injured, like pushed to come back because he knew we needed him for Man United, and we did. Like, so I was just like, that's my player of the season. I loved watching him play. I loved watching him grow. I feel like the previous seasons he was giving kind of like little boy, like little brother energy, and I just feel like he's still cheeky, but like you know, he's kind of matured within the team. And so I just loved getting to see him. And thankful for the Ipswich game halftime sub when he got brought on, because Kwanzaa came off. I just don't. I think with all that change like so early, we wouldn't have been as successful.
Oh yeah, the first match of the season.
Yeah. I didn't realize that until I went back that like he came on. And it was like kind of from that moment we saw that lock with Virgil and Konate. So could go on forever, but I just, whenever he's on the pitch, I just always feel good. So
the way that man runs, him and Virgil, like
isn't
that duo?
It's so good.
Plus his fashion is just immaculate. It's perfect. I look forward to international break to see what he's gonna roll out in so much.
Okay, so let's go into the young player of the season.
Okay, I got Charlie Elliott. First I like his hair a little bit darker this season, just gonna throw that out there. And also, anytime that we were reaching towards the end of the match, it was like, okay, how do we lock this down? What is our path forward? I was like, send Harvey. And he just very consistently impressed me as a game changer and whatnot. And plus, I had some off-the-field moments of his I really enjoyed from the behind the scenes of the training ground. So yeah, he stood out to me this season.
Yeah, I mean, him coming on at the end of the first leg of that PSG match was just like
essential.
Yeah, incredible. This is my basic answer. I was like Ryan Gravenberch. Like
I was just like, that is my pick.
Yeah, I was like, this man last year, I was like, who are you? What do you do? And then for him to just come out and be like, I run this midfield, thank you, goodbye. I was like, I just can't. I looked at Harvey, love him, but I was like, it has to be Ryan for me.
Yeah, an iconic Ryan Gravenberch turn in the midfield.
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah.
There's a great meme out there of Arne Slot handing him golden cleats and then Ryan just running off with them, and like pretty much like that's how it felt. It was like, is this the same player who was on our team last season? Like,
super big props to Arne of knowing where to put him and how to use his skill as well.
Yeah.
Like Ryan has always been a phenomenal player, and just the way that Arne was able to communicate to him because they're from the same place, but also just the way that he sees his talent was amazing.
Yeah,
it was great.
Okay, so other than when we won the Premier League, what is your favorite moment of the season on the pitch? I have two. I'll give you my first one first. Okay, so my favorite on pitch moment, Curtis at the Everton match, hands down.
Do we? I think we have the same too.
That's so funny.
I
agree.
Okay, a little background for everyone who's watching this. Okay, so at the beginning of the season, the three of us talked about which of the Liverpool players we would trust. Molly, and I'm going to throw you under the bus right now.
It's fine. I'll own it.
The Liverpool players.
I cannot feel more different than how I felt at the beginning of the season. So throw me under the bus. I own it.
So we were discussing, among many different things, because we just love these guys so much. We were discussing who do we think we could like trust our drinks with. I think it was a trend on TikTok.
I think we said who do we think would save our lives?
Yeah, who would you trust with your life? Who wouldn't you trust with your life?
Yes, it was who wouldn't you trust with your life specifically.
It was who wouldn't you trust with your life? And my answer also has changed a little bit, but not as drastically as this. But Annika, you and I both were like, oh yeah, we would trust Curtis, whatever. And then Molly Ann, you specifically said, I do not trust Curtis Jones with my life. Like,
I was like,
no.
Anyone else on that team, just not him. And
the shock.
I will send a public apology. Yeah. Public apology to Curtis Jones. Because honestly, now I would trust any one of them with my whole entire life. No second thoughts. But yes, Stephanie, sorry to kind of tag on to yours. Watching him at Everton and just like the passion, and having grown up in SEC American football world and like shout out Iron Bowl, Auburn versus Alabama. I was like, that is Liverpool versus Everton. And I understand his passion and like protectiveness in that moment. And I was like, oh no, this man, you can have my life. I will come out alive. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's him becoming a dad. It's the
Yes.
VVD effect. Like that, let's
Yeah.
go. Like he had already won me over. He had like a really, really good match in the fall, like halfway through the fall. I can't remember what match it was. And then he got highlighted on Liverpool social media and stuff. And that at that point I was like, oh, this guy is like, he means business. He's really coming up. And then that moment happened. And I was like, I will forever trust
I
you
will
with
love this
everything
man
that I
forever.
own.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And he
I'm
did
not
a great...
Scouse. He wants me to be he makes me want to be a Scouse so badly. Like so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He did this great interview where he was like, sometimes I get, criticized for holding on to the ball too long, but that's because I trust myself. Like, I'm gonna get it done. And I was like,
I love that.
You know what? I love that.
May we all live with the confidence of Curtis Jones.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
And Annika, what about you?
Okay. Perhaps a little basic, but I had the opportunity to be in person at the match, Liverpool versus Brentford in August. And just being there, like, period, is a huge moment. But my standout moment is I was taking some videos. I wanted to have some like memories to be able to hold on to. And so there was a corner and I wanted to get a video of Allison saving, hopefully like a, kick of some kind. I just wanted some Allison action. So I went ahead, record. I've got it centered on the pitch. The corner, Brentford kicks a corner. Sure enough, it's saved, but there's a breakaway and Lucho just absolutely blazes down the pitch, scores the goal. I have it all in my own camera, and that just, I'll never forget that. That was my on the pitch highlight, and just getting to be there in Anfield was electric and so magical.
So good. I went back and watched some videos from early in the season. Lucho, always a great player, but the first half of the season, his goals were just stunning.
Incredible.
That was such a great one.
Yeah, that was such a good one.
Because he was playing down the center.
Yeah.
He was in the center. He doesn't do good on the left.
Yeah.
He does fine on the left, but he explodes in the center.
Yeah. And just getting to see a breakaway like that was, so
in
cool.
person in Anfield, insane.
I treasure that video so much. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You saw it with your own eyes. Molly, did you have another moment?
Yeah, because I feel like I was like, I think Steph and I have the same too. So let me put both up there. Number one for me was Curtis Jones at Everton, but my honorable mention was the Connor Bradley tackle on Mbappe. That's what I thought you would
for
say.
sure Steph's second one.
Where I was just like, hang it in the loop, guys. Like, is there a better image in football?
No,
there's not. That was insane.
Oh, I don't know if it's gonna let you see it.
Yeah, kind of.
I put it on there.
Yeah,
it
was beautiful. It was perfection.
Yep.
Moment of the season for me.
That was the moment where I was like, we're gonna be okay. Like, okay, Connor. Like, I always liked Connor, always, but that moment I was like, yeah, he's got the chops.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
I had that as my number 2 for match of the season, because that was the point where I was like, I was too nervous to watch that game. Like, it was making me sick. I couldn't turn it on.
Yeah.
And I was on a plane and I was like, nope, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I totally
and then watching highlights afterwards, I was like, wait, like, are we solid? Like, if we're playing like that against Real Madrid and Connor did that, I just love it so much.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
So what about an off the field moment of the season, Molly? And what's yours?
Okay, so it is, my number one is not like a specific moment, so I'm gonna kind of tweak the category just a little bit, but it was the addition of the coffee bar at the training center.
Oh yeah, yes.
Because so I have 2, but that to me is my number one. I just think watching this team bond over this year and like talk about that being a place where they talk to each other, they see each other, like they're not supposed to have
the
their
no
phones.
phone rule.
Yes. That I was just like, I love that we have that place. Liverpool, if you ever listen to this, like, please just let us come and have a cup of coffee there, because it means so much to us.
Like, that is my dream.
So
I go and I want to be the barista there.
Yeah, I'll serve coffee. I will sit there silently. Like, I love it, and I've never been there. So I'm the most thankful for the coffee bar and the like all the hugs and cuddles in the morning when they like come in to greet each other. It's just really sweet. So yeah, that was mine. What about y'all?
Mine is definitely, I just had the coffee bar cuddles, like just how their sleepy eyes and they just like go in and they just are so snuggly to each other and they just greet. It's just like, it's so special. And I'm just so grateful that the social media team for Liverpool does such a good job of showing how much those guys love each other and really the story behind the hard work and all of the heart that is behind what we see on the pitch. So yes,
like they really care, like, right, like they could just roll in, put their stuff on, grab breakfast, go. Like they're really intentional with that time. And I think it's something that makes our team unique and special. And, you know, while like this season, maybe we weren't like the best, you know, it had like every position, the top talent. I think it's like how much they trust each other and those connections that they've built in that space that made us successful. So
totally. Yeah.
I have an honorary mention that I just remembered.
Yes.
One of my favorite off-pitch moments was the video of Ian from Love Island doing the game show with Konate, Mac, and Simi.
I completely forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
And Simi with the voice
colliding.
So
my world's colliding.
We were joking about one of them going on Love Island or something. Oh my gosh. It was
so good.
Like so good. It was Anyway, yes, that was one of my favorite off-pitch moments. Annika, what about you?
In the vein of the funnies, one of my favorite moments of the season was a social media moment when Dom announced that he was engaged, and his caption was, "She said yes," and then for the rest of the week, all the clips coming out of the training center were just people walking by him. She said yes. So I love a good little
"Marry me," so it's like I never have to be alone.
So funny. I love those little sound bites and just the little, you know, inside jokes, if you will. So so good.
Good ones.
Another one of my favorite social media moments from this season is when Mac is back at his old stadium and then Curtis comes up behind it and like everyone's like, "We miss you, and Curtis goes, "You can have it back."
I love that moment.
I watched that so many times. You can have it back.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay. I know this isn't from the season, but I have to talk about it. When I was trying to think of like my favorite moments off pitch from the season, I kept thinking about the ones that we quote all the time is "You'll never walk alone.
You'll never walk alone. How are we?
How are we?" Darwin with the teeth.
Forever iconic.
This may not mean anything to anyone, but for the three of us, after the very first match last season, and Virgil is giving his first interview as a captain after the first game against Chelsea when they tied. They drew 1-1, and the interviewer goes, "What do you think needs to be changed?" And she gives the phone to Virgil, and he goes, "Everything." So we just yes. Everything is a very common thing said between the three of us. So
everything.
I did have one more honorable mention for off the field, non-social media moment, but I think important is the contract renewals for Mo and Verge. You know, I was like, important. We hoped they were coming, but you know, the moments that those happened, it just was a lot of relief of like, okay, we're gonna be fine this season and we're gonna be fine for the next 2 seasons.
Absolutely.
Okay, signing of the season. Annika, what's yours?
Cheese. I mean,
Even though he got injured, we didn't get to see him play as much.
I hope that I get to see him play more. But especially also, I think considering like from the behind the scenes footage and stuff, you could tell like took him a little minute to adjust to the whole vibe of all these, you know, we didn't have much change from last season to this season in terms of team members. And so kind of finding his place in the crowd. But now at the end of the season, seeing like just the way that they all are clearly friends and connected. And I really hope we get to see him play more. we obviously just didn't have many signings. An honorable mention to the appearance of headbands via Curtis, Soboslai, and Allison. I don't know if that counts as a signing. I don't know if they have a contract with a headband company, but I have enjoyed that.
Mine too.
Oh, really?
I love that. I mean, again, when I went back through our texts from this season, the headbands were mentioned quite often. So I think it's a fair addition to the team.
Yeah.
My signing of the season was Arne Slot. I was like, again, maybe bent the rules a little bit on that one.
That's fair.
But I was like, yeah, in Slot we trust. Need I say more?
Yes, it's a slot going on at the moment.
Yep.
I had the headbands, the coffee bar, so like a good addition to the team.
Yeah.
And Dom's veneers were also a great signing for this season. So
yeah, maybe in future we'll do new editions of the season and then
instead of signings.
Well, we have so many new signings coming.
I know this
next year there'll be more options for us. So good.
Okay, speaking of Arne, what is your favorite Arne Slot moment from this season?
Okay, I have two. My first one is, again, just kind of using these as a guideline to what I want to say. Okay. And my Arne Slot moment is the halftime adjustments. Because like anytime we went in at halftime, even if I felt uneasy, like I would just be like, guys, he's so good at halftime. Like we're gonna be fine. He's gonna change the tactics. He's gonna change the lineup. I have full confidence in halftime. So that is like my all-encompassing moment. A specific one, again, going back to Konate, is taking Kwanzaa out at half during Ipswich, putting Konate in. But then, Steph, I think the other one we may share is the side-by-side Slot Nunez double tantrum at the Chelsea match. And I loved the edits with that. And what I think I also loved about that was we still didn't see a lot of his personality. And so it was like moments like that where we like saw him break a little bit and knew that there was like a human behind, the bald head. And that he was just being respectful to Jurgen in that transition. And it was the right approach. But just seeing him like come unglued and Darwin come unglued at the same time, fists stomping.
So funny.
I watch that still to this day. It's so good.
So good. So good.
That was my honorary mention. My other one, which I'm surprised you did not say.
Oh.
It was the RB Leipzig match where it was afterwards. And he goes, "You don't think we dominated? Were you there? And you don't think we dominated?" And the judging look.
Were you there?
Oh, so you weren't in the stadium? Oh, you were. And you didn't think we dominated?
And you didn't.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you're right.
That you watch that he has to not be like, "You're dumb." Like, what in the world are you saying right now?
I know.
I totally forgot about that. Yes. If I had remembered, that would have been in there for sure.
I have a screenshot of his face when
it's like his teeth, like
so good.
He's
yeah.
Oh, it was so good. So that is my Arne Slot.
Yeah.
That is my Arne Slot moment.
Love. Mine's like less of a specific moment and more of like a vibe transformation I noticed. Because similar to what you were saying, Molly-Ann, like at the beginning of the season, saying goodbye to Jurgen, it was just like he's our teddy bear on the field. And like he's like throwing his fists up at the end of all the matches and just like that energy, right? And I just remember the first couple matches, like Arne's pretty like buttoned up and he's just like, thank you. But he keeps on winning and we're like, oh my gosh, he's like kind of killing it. So we're all like getting really hyped for him because it's like, well, Arne, this is your accomplishment. I think he broke the record for at least Liverpool of like the most, what was it, first 9 matches he won? Crazy. And so then slowly over time to then getting to the end of the season and he's running around and he's not fist pumping the same way Jurgen is, but just seeing him connect with the supporters and really like feel, I think, accepted by them. Just I feel like that like really has this it's that transformation has been really special to see. And like I hope that he knows how loved and embraced he is. And then the one like specific moment that I did really enjoy, I can't remember the exact quote, but basically they were asking him like how preparation's been going for, I think it was the Chelsea match after we secured the title, and he was like, did you see the paparazzi photos? Did you see them? Like, he's just like,
did you see social media? Did you see where I was?
Yeah. Did you see what was happening on social media? So similar kind of, I like his quips and I like the energy that he creates on the field.
He's just so Dutch.
Yeah.
He's so Dutch. Love it.
He's not mean.
Speaking of Dutch people.
He's not mean, he's just Dutch.
He's not mean, he's just Dutch. It's so true. Our other favorite Dutch, though, who's that? Virgil van Dijk. And what have we named
All
after
four
him?
of them are phenomenal.
Our VVD blow up.
Yeah, our Virgil van Dijk effect theory.
Yes. So we have a theory that Virgil van Dijk has an effect on his teammates and just the people in his life, and they just get better. They glow up. So
in every sense of the word.
In every sense of the word. Who would y'all say the best glow up is this season? I have a specific one. It's more of my heart has been glowed up. It has been open to someone who has been good, but it was a slow burn for me. So in my eyes, it is Alexis McAllister. Here's the thing. Last season was his first season, and it was our first season as Liverpool fans. He had just won the World Cup. He worked alongside Messi. He is Argentinian, and he was transitioning. Was he dating his girlfriend at the time?
Yeah. He just had a very connected relationship with Jurgen. There was like a interesting dynamic going on there.
Brother-father moment.
Yeah. And it felt like he was a crybaby on the pitch to me. He was just really annoying, and I just thought he didn't have a great attitude. And so now that I was just like, this guy isn't very good. Like, I don't really like him on our team. It doesn't really fit the rest of the vibes. Because, we're just a very humble group of, players. But I feel like now that he's, transitioned into living in Liverpool, and now he's going to be a dad, and he's spent more time with the team, I feel like his ego has come down a little bit, and his talent can shine more. And I feel like he is not, banging and throwing fits on the ground as much as he used to. He's more quick to get up. So those still happen. He knows when to sell it. Come on, Mac, please sell it as much as you want. But he was one that I did not trust at the beginning of the season that I would trust him with my life. And their baby announcement was so cute.
Yeah.
But anyway, for me, the VVD effect is McAllister.
He had a pretty defining moment, I think, where I can't remember which match it was, but he was down for what didn't really seem like a legitimate injury when he was supposed to be playing defensive. And I don't remember if they ended up scoring a goal against us or not, but it was definitely a really risky situation. And Mac had been down on the ground. And that was pretty early on this season. And I feel like since then, I noticed, I was like, oh, he's being way more strategic about when he's playing this up and not, instead of just any opportunity he has.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. They did score against us when he did that. And I was so mad at Mac for doing that.
Yeah, but he really you can tell that was a turning point, at least for my eyes, which is great. And I love watching Mac play. He's so great. He's so talented. So,
Monica, who's your glow up?
I had a couple different options. Okay. I'm gonna go because this is just very niche with Joe Gomez. Granted, has he been on the pitch much? No. So this glow up is more, I guess, in a physical sense of more. I don't have a je ne sais quoi for it.
But that is the Virgil van Dijk effect. It just
it's I don't really know what happened, but I just saw him on the training ground. I was like, Joe,
the aura, the confidence.
The aura is there. The confidence is there. I'm really excited to hopefully see that back on the pitch. Also, shout out Stephanie in your sticker business. You drew a really great photo of Joe, and that really inspired my VVD. Okay, I see you. So I'll go with Joe.
That's a good one.
I think.
I went with maybe kind of one that has also been around Virgil a lot, but it's Mo. To me, Mo is
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
girl. Like I was just like Mo last season was giving dad girl vibes, which is great. Nothing wrong with
We
that.
love.
And then Mo this season was giving like put me on the cover of Vogue. Like I'm here again. It's
Yeah.
just whatever Virgil's captaincy has instilled in this team, it got to Mo.
It did.
So
It did. I also do want to shout out Connor Bradley.
okay, yes, I had him as
Yeah.
honorable, where I was like,
Yeah. Well, like,
the
and
injury,
aura,
the beard, the
like
hair.
the beard is great,
Yeah.
the hair is great, but also just his aura that, and again, not to talk about it again, but the tackle against
Yeah.
Mbappe, like you just can't.
Yeah.
The confidence that he got
The confidence, the
to do
aura.
that.
Yep. Absolutely.
Even when I
Yeah,
think about that tackle, it just makes me so happy. It's just
Mhm.
so good.
And I can't wait to see the VVD effect on our new signings that we secure this summer.
Yes.
Like, what are we going to watch unfold?
hmm
Can't wait to see it.
Okay, so let's talk about our combined starting 11 of this season.
Okay.
Like if we tomorrow we're going to set up the perfect team. It doesn't matter who we're playing. Who are the first 11 people that we want to see? Obviously, Allison. I'm sorry, Annika.
Obviously.
I know you love Kelly.
Oh, no.
But
Allison's the right decision.
Yeah.
okay, great. So
we're good
number
there.
Yeah, I feel like there's a
Allison.
couple easy ones in like Allison, Virgil, Mac,
Kanate.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yep.
is someone jotting this down? So
yeah, we need to be
okay.
I'm
Perfect.
Literally
okay.
Allie. Virgil.
Mm-hmm. So we kind of fill out the rest of the back.
So Allie, Virgil, Kanate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would still say Robo.
Yep.
So would you do Trent or Connor?
I'm going Trent. That would be, I don't know.
Give him his last match for sure.
Yeah, and just like in general, right? Like I think Connor's phenomenal. He's still learning and growing. And if I want to put someone in that it's like I have just a little more confidence behind, in most cases that's going to be Trent.
Yeah.
Great. All right, midfield. Obviously, Mac, Dom.
Yep.
Yeah, and Gravenberch. I feel like midfield's like to me. Or do you have a different one on?
No, I agree with that. Like I'm sad. Like Curtis, I just always love to see Curtis, but I agree. I'm not going to put him in.
But we can still put Curtis in there.
Yeah,
we have.
Well, because what are we at? Did we do 3 or 4 in the back?
We have 4 in the back.
4,
3 mid.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 8, so we have 3 more.
Not
so obviously
Curtis.
Mo.
Yeah.
Not including Curtis. So obviously Mo.
I want Gakpo.
Yeah.
Cody.
Again, to me, I love the front line of Salah, Nunez, Gakpo. I just think they work so well together. Obviously, I'm going to throw in a vote for Nunez. We don't have to agree unanimously on Nunez. I'm open to the change, but I love that 3.
I love Darwin. I think he is such a good
He's such a good sub. Yeah.
The energy that he brings in at the 65th minute.
Yeah.
When everyone else is exhausted.
Yeah.
Is like.
So then who do you phenomenal. Put in at the 9?
I think Lucho's good in the center.
Over Diogo?
I don't really want to start Lucho.
Okay, we don't.
Lucho
Diogo.
Or Diogo.
No. Diogo.
But what about? Yeah. Who are we missing?
Cody on the left. I want Mo on the right.
And Lucho in the middle?
up flexible. I would put Lucho in the middle, but I'm not married to it.
Okay, if Lucho is starting and he's in the middle, I'm great with it. So Mo, Cody, Lucho.
Yeah.
Okay, that's our 11.
Yeah.
So
love
Ali in the goal. Virgil, Kanate, Robbo, Trent. Mac, Dom, and Ryan in the center. Mo, Cody, and Lucho. Lucho in the center.
I would
Cody,
and then shout out if it could just be me, I would actually put Simi in instead of
Over
Robo. Okay,
Robo?
and I know that's crazy because if you recall the beginning of the season, I
Oh,
have a theory about the Simi Sobo Gakpo connection. I think the three of
oh
them.
them
yeah.
Okay,
have
I'm
a
good with
really
that.
good
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
connection.
I'm up
So if
for
Gakpo's
Yeah.
starting,
that.
I like Simi
You like
starting.
Simi there. Okay, I
I
like
like Simi
that.
there.
Okay, the Liverpool boyfriend.
Yeah.
We love it. Okay,
Yeah.
so Ali, Virgil, Konate, Simicast, Trent, Mac, Dom, Ryan, Mo, Cody, and Lucho.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. There
Love.
we
Hire us, coach.
go.
And coach. Okay, looking
Yes.
ahead, what are you most excited for next season?
I am excited for Netherlands FC.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm excited for.
I'm good with us signing the entire Netherlands national team. I'm
Yeah,
great with that.
I'm from Pong, like just the energy
Yeah.
from him. Like, I'm so excited. I just think in
Yeah.
general, we are going to see some really great signings. It makes me sad
Mhm.
because I know we're going to also have to
Mhm.
let go of like players that we love.
Yeah.
But for basically us to become the Premier League Dutch
Mhm.
team,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I I'm excited about our Adidas sponsorship.
Yes.
Yeah, so that and I'm really excited to like officially see the kits. I think we know what they look like. But yeah, I'm excited for that switch up.
I'm excited to see an Arne team.
Yeah.
Arne did
Mhm.
such a good job here, like just taking care of what Jurgen left. And it's like, this is Jurgen's and this is mine to take care of well.
Mhm.
But now I feel like we're going to see Arne come more out of his shell,
Mhm.
even just like pretty much
Yeah.
immediately. Like the way that he has shared the spotlight with Jurgen, like just shout out to Jurgen doing the Arne slots chant and then
Yes.
Arne doing it. I cry every single time I see that video. I just think we're going to get to see actual full 100% blown
Mhm.
Arne. I was
Yeah.
so curious to see how he would be in press conferences. I was kind of worried that he was going to be too rash.
Mm.
That man, oh, he's so phenomenal. I'm just excited to see like the way he builds his team
Mhm.
and what
Yeah.
he's asking for and the things that they're running after and the way that they're making a statement right now of no, we are a big team.
Mhm.
We're as big as Real Madrid. We're as big as all these other teams. Like, I don't leave because there's like you can get everything that you want in your career here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like that statement that it seems like they're
Yeah.
making right now is just really good. I'm just excited to
Mhm.
see what how Arne even
Totally.
like blossoms even more next
Yeah.
year.
I agree.
Yeah. That's a great point. Love it.
Also, a couple honorable random mentions about little moments. When Pet called Ryan and Dom, what was it, Gravenhurt and Slavovsky?
Savosky.
And then all
And
the
they still
boys
call
still
each other
calling them
back.
that. It was so good.
So good.
And oh, there was something else. Oh, also the video where um Virgil is doing he's doing an interview and someone says, who is the first Dutch captain to lead a team
Yeah.
to
And
an
it won't
English
in his
title? And he
name.
goes, give me a name, give me a team, give me a team. They're like, it hasn't happened. He goes, it hasn't happened. Huh.
Yeah.
So the fact that
And now it
I'm just so
has.
proud of them.
Yeah. Another kind of honorable moment was Isaac and like his influence with the team, like
Yeah.
meeting Virgil and Mo and spending the day with them and just like how much they, like he
So
is,
sweet.
I feel like truly ingrained in the club.
Yeah.
It's just, I love getting to see that. So that was like a big,
I loved the video of Konate after the Tottenham match where he's just sitting in the
oh,
stands
yeah.
and it's Anfield's empty and just like taking it in. That I just that whole moment was like made my
Yeah.
heart just soar and feel like I could sit there in it with him for a second.
Yeah.
Love.
Another thing to look forward to for next season is all of the Liverpool babies.
How many Liverpool baby announcements do we get this season? Because I forgot.
Yeah.
Diogo
Darwin.
also announced in like October, he had announced that they were pregnant
Because
after
I
he
think
had scored
that
a goal in the Carabao Cup.
Darwin already had
Yeah.
his baby, right?
Mhm.
Diogo maybe already had his baby. We don't know.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
sure
then
because he announced that in October.
pregnant are Ryan, Sobo. Who am I forgetting?
Mac. And
Mac.
Safi and Curtis had Giselle
Had
at
their
the beginning
baby.
of this
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
Gigi. So cute. Wild.
So all the Liverpool babies.
Yeah.
I'm curious. We have a lot of girl dads on the team, so I'm curious if that trajectory will continue. But yeah.
They're not making any football players.
Yeah.
I mean, Allison's youngest is going to be a football player. hands
Yeah.
down.
That little boy, he's so cute.
Also, Molly-Ann, do you think that Konate has a girlfriend? Did you see all those videos that he posted, or the pictures that he posted? Like, he did a
No.
photo dump. He did a photo dump from a private jet, and
Yeah.
there's like
2 plates.
there's like 2 plates. Like, there's someone else taking a picture of him, and it feels very
Konate.
romantic. And so
It was-
we think that he has a girlfriend.
I was like, okay,
love.
soft launch.
I love.
I gotta
Okay, no,
find
I
it.
didn't see that. I'll have to go look.
Oh, I think it's like him on a vacation, like cool. Like you're like, okay, what's going
Oh,
on?
maybe
hold
I did see these.
on. Oops, I went away. Hold on.
I
But
literally
then
was like, wait, Annika,
this
does he
is
have
the
a
one that we
girlfriend?
were like,
Okay.
crazy, right?
Also,
love.
shout out to Konate's fashion sense.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Also, shout out to all of our IRL Liverpool friends. I love them.
Liverpool Girlies. I can't believe it's only been 2 years, 2 seasons of us being fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we also need to mention the fact that we went to a match in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The fact that, and you know the bird theory that everyone's been talking about for the premiere for
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
the Liverbirds, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the year
There
of the
we
bird.
go. It is the year of the
Tottenham.
bird, even though it's the year of the snake.
Yeah.
But I mean, we beat Arsenal in the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the
We
beginning of
blessed
the
it.
season.
It was the magic.
And then the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so we knew that we were going to win the Premier League. Anyway. So I'm so excited. Molly-Ann, what are you doing for the game tomorrow?
I will be at home watching it. It is what I assume will be my last match with Darwin Nunez. So I know RIP to me. So
The way I saw a picture of him in his Uruguay kit
Uruguay,
earlier
yeah.
today, and the way that he carries himself so
Yeah, it's
confidently
very
in that
different.
kit is just
Yeah.
it's just so different. We don't get that,
Yeah.
Darwin.
Mhm.
And I don't know what it is, but like he's such a good player. And I
Yeah.
want what is best for him
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
confidence and
And
his
I
family.
just
So
wish I wish it translated here. And I think
Yeah.
it does. It's just the moments when he has a hard time, he can't recover. And
Yeah.
I think in general, Liverpool supporters have a hard time forgetting
Yeah.
when he makes a mistake and have a hard time remembering when he does really well. Not me. If
Yeah.
you need a reminder, give me a call. We'll talk about it as long as you want.
hey, our entire pub in Seattle, they always say Nunez. Like
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
cheers for him. No one bashes him. Everyone, when I've been in the Orlando pub too, everyone gets
Yeah.
excited about it. I'm pretty sure it's because of your influence.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they all know that
Because I
how
love
much you
that
love
man.
him.
So yeah, so I'll just be at home enjoying the morning and then
good.
watch the game and yeah, just
Yay.
enjoy. I have my Champions kit on, probably wear it backwards, a la
Yep.
Virgil van Dijk. So
I'll be
We're
wearing
all
my
excited.
Trent kit one last time.
yes, as you should,
One
as you
last
should.
time.
Mhm. Yes.
Way to go. We will be at our pub,
Are
Seattle.
y'all both going to the Seattle pub?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Be
Yep.
enjoying. Hopefully, it's packed.
it's Memorial Day weekend, and I just don't think it's going to be as packed as it was for the last Tottenham game.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
it will. I don't think it will either. But hopefully still a little crowded. I wouldn't mind being able to sit down. But you know, all the things.
We're going to say
Very cool.
farewell to all of our IRL Liverpool friends for like 2 months. That's so sad. How is it already the end of the season?
I know. It's okay. They need a
Crazy.
break. I'm
They
glad they
do.
have the summer off. They need
So
a break.
glad.
And
Yeah, they
then
come back July 8th.
happy birthday to
Happy
me,
birthday!
Virgil van Dijk.
Love.
I
Good
love it.
times.
Well, this was an amazing season.
Yeah.
We're spoiled that our second season as Liverpool fans, we won a Premier League.
I mean, but honestly, first season, Jurgen leaves. Second season, we win the
Yeah.
Premier League. So, like, does it just keep escalating from here?
Yeah,
And I
like
hope
how
so.
much more dramatic can it get?
In a good way, dramatic in a good way.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know Jurgen leaving was going to be dramatic in a good way. We didn't
no.
know.
I was thinking about that. I was like, a year ago, I mean, what, like,
The
to about the
agony.
day, the amount of like,
Yep.
not over exaggerating tears, but literal tears that constantly poured from my eyeballs.
Yep.
And look at
Yep.
us now. Who
Who would have thought?
If you had told me a year ago this would be me, I'd be like, no, I'm never recovering.
I just remember I was in Orlando and we had dinner and we were like, we're so excited that we have Jurgen for another 3 or 4 years. The next morning.
Yeah.
And then he announced it and it was just so sad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But we're all
so
thriving,
grateful for
including
Arne.
Jurgen.
I was really sad that we weren't going to get Javi, but we could not have done better than
Oh, yeah.
Arne thought.
yeah.
So props
Oh
to
yeah,
FSG.
we're doing great.
Yeah.
We're doing great. Yay!
Awesome.
Well, I'm excited for next season. I'm excited for us to get this podcast up and running, and
Yeah.
it should be so much fun. Thanks for being Liverpool Girlies with me.
Anytime.